What is up, guys? Matt M. Roy back again. Back to you on a very sunny, very hot, and very humid Virginia afternoon. It's actually 1 o'clock. This is Monday. Let's see if I can get a date for you guys. July the 20th of 2016. And I know I did not do a vlog yesterday. Basically, it was Father's Day, and just didn't want to. That's the only excuse I could give you guys. We were just really lazy. We wanted to make it kind of a personal day for just the three of us, and we had a lot of fun. I did have somebody come over and actually buy that TV I got the other day off from the garage sale. That's about the only thing I did that was any kind of work. I listed that 19-inch Sanyo TV, and then I paired it with a Philips DVD player that I had sitting around the house. I don't even remember where it came from. It's been sitting around for years. I wound up selling the pair for $50. So nice profit, $40 profit on that. Remember, guys, whenever you're going to garage sales, always look for the easy money makers. TVs, DVD players, speakers, any kind of these electronic items. Looking at MP3 players, mainly like Apple devices, iPods, iPhones, but you can even look at some of the other ones. Like, they're those little Sony music players. Sony makes them. You have the SanDisk players. All this stuff is not a huge money maker, but you know what? If you pick it up for pennies on the dollar, you can list this stuff on Craigslist and make some extra cash. I mean, they're just really easy to do. Now, I don't normally deal in computer. I mainly deal in computers. I don't normally deal like in TVs and stuff like that. But if I'm out at a garage sale and I see a good deal, then yes, of course I'm going to pick it up. So like I said, flat screen TVs, I would not recommend trying to buy any of the old CRT TVs. I know a few friends of mine still deal in those because some of the older people want them. Too much of a hassle, guys, for me. They weigh too much. They're biohazards if you have to get rid of them. Say you buy one for real cheap and then, you know, you can't sell because you find out there's a problem, then what you do, you have to get rid of it. And you can't just throw them in the trash can. You have to bring them to a dump somewhere. It's just not worth doing. So I try to give you guys these little tips. Hopefully this will help you out when you go to different garage sales. We really had fun this past weekend, and I'm still trying to get some videos together with the 2 Coleman lanterns and the heater, but I do not have any Coleman white gas or Coleman fuel for that yet, so I need to acquire some of that. A friend of mine said he has a whole bunch of extra he's going to go ahead and give me, so once he does that, then I'll go ahead and make those videos. But what I thought I'd do real quick, it'd be kind of fun. This is something I picked up at the garage sale, one of the estate sales yesterday. This is a Sony Sports FM/AM Walkman from sometime in the late 90s. I'm thinking like around 97, 98. Could be a little bit earlier than that. But it's never been opened, so I thought I would go ahead and unbox this on camera for you guys, and we'll see if it works. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into this box. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to give you a couple more updates. We are still planning on going away. Like I said, we're going to be going away for a week. It's going to be like July 2nd through I believe the 10th. It's going to be literally about 7 days. Alright, so that was easier than I thought. So here we have the actual sports radio. You can see some of the features on here. We have the key lock function. I love this because if you're walking and you have this in your pocket, if you inadvertently push a button, nothing will happen as long as you have that button pressed. Got the power button there. Got clock mode button. Volume up and down. Then you have enter on the bottom here. Band. And then you have your presets and your time edit there. On the side here, which is really cool with this supposedly has a built-in stopwatch, and the functions are right there. I don't know if it'll come out. Basically, the top button says start and stop, and the bottom says lap and reset, so basically just like a regular stopwatch would. A little volume rocker, very 90s-esque. I think that's really cool for the volume. Now, here's the thing. I'm not sure if this supposedly came with batteries or not. If it did, then I'm in trouble because they have more likely than not totally degraded and probably corroded inside. So We're going to look on camera together and see if this thing actually has batteries. So let's see what happens. Looking good, guys. No batteries in there. And it looks like it takes 2 AAA batteries, which I do have here. Before I do that, there's one other feature that Sony has, and I always thought it was kind of useless. I mean, it's called the SENS, S-E-N-S, and basically there are 2 options. There's the DX and the local setting, and you can see it right there. What this is, this controls the power of the antenna. So basically, the idea behind this is, say you have some local stations that you really like, but they're very close on the dial. Say you had a local radio station that was at 98.7, but then there was a radio station that was maybe further away, say maybe 50 miles away, that you can still get, but is on like 98.8. Well, what would happen sometimes is they would interfere with each other. So basically what you could do, if you want to listen to just that local station, you could go ahead and turn the switch to local, and that would basically reduce the power of the antenna, and you'd be able to listen to just the local station without having any interference from that station that's further away because it's so close on the dial. I guess it's useful in some locales, but around here, none of our stations are that close together on the dial. So unfortunately around here, it's kind of a useless feature. Got some paperwork in here. Got, let's see, Sony. Note on replacing batteries. When the batteries run down, the power turns off and the frequency indication flashes. In this case, replace the battery. So basically that's just telling you that what's going to happen when your batteries die. And this is kind of interesting. If I'm going by the date on this paper, this is quite a bit older than I thought. This warning paper, if you look on the bottom here, says copyright 1991. So I may have actually been wrong on how old this is. I'd be very surprised if it was that old, because back in the early 90s, I don't remember a lot of them having, a lot of the sports players having the digital tuner. Most of them back then still had the analog, or the basically the analog style tuner. Let's see, this is your Sony limited warranty, basically stating that you have a 1-year warranty from the date of purchase. So not the date that you're going to start using it, the date you purchased it. So this garbage. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This thing is way past its warranty date. Let's see. Read this important information before using your headset. Okay, yeah, they always did include these back then, because a lot of people, when this was made, a lot of people were new to personal stereos, whether it be Walkmans, Discmans, anything like that. And this basically warns you, saying, hey, do not listen to this too loudly, or you can actually degrade your hearing. And basically what it does is it gives you, and this is actually totally useless because I don't think there is actually a decibel meter on this. We'll see in just a minute, but basically what it does, it gives you a little chart here, and it labels the different activities and how loud they generally are. Like, I'll give you an example. It says light traffic, it's usually 50 decibels, an air conditioner 60, vacuum cleaner is 70, and then average city traffic, garbage disposal, alarm clock, and at 2 feet, it's around 80 decibels. Now after that, the noise can be dangerous. So 90 decibels like a subway, motorcycle, truck, 100 a garbage truck, a chainsaw, 120 a rock band concert, 140 is a gunshot, 180 is a rocket launching. So basically anything over 90 or 80 decibels, you can start really hurting your hearing. And here is the booklet. This is the actual operating manual, and it looks like, going by the date on here, this is from right around 1992. This is dated 1992. And this just gives you the basic instructions explaining, okay, this one shows you how the stopwatch works. What I always like to look at is the specifications on the back, because that tells you a lot more about the radio itself. Frequency range for FM, 87.5 to 108 megahertz, AM 530 to 1710 kilohertz. That's a nice range. Antenna, FM antenna uses the headphone cord. The AM is built into the, it's a bar antenna, so it's probably built inside somewhere. Output is the headphone jack with a maximum impedance of 16 ohms. You're not going to find anything higher than that. Power output 20 milliwatts or 20 milliwatt hour. Let me see what that says. 20 milliwatts each. So 20 milliwatts on the left channel, 20 milliwatts on the right channel. 3-volt DC, again, AAA batteries. You approximately get 8 hours if you use the Sony UM4 batteries. So, hang on a second. I take that back. 18 hours, which seems to be about right. Typically these little Walkman radios didn't take too much power. And, of course, it only weighs about 135 grams or 5 ounces. Yeah, there's really not much weight to it. And let's see if I can get the headphones out. There we go. They're actually easier to open than the stuff you get today. Now, the headphones kind of give the age away, because if you look on top here, this is actually just a tiny little metal band attached to the ends here with some plastic, and this is very typical for that time period. And of course, the yellow as well. I just think it's really cool. You just do not see anything like this anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, put some batteries in here, and we'll see how it works. Talk to you in a little bit. Alright guys, so I have 2 AAA batteries in here, and as you can see, the clock is showing, which is a good sign. I'm going to go ahead and push power on here, and it's actually come up with the FM band first. I'll go ahead and tune to a local channel here, see if we get anything. And you know what, it's actually not going to work until I plug in the headphones, because that actually is what it works. It works as an antenna for the FM band. Go ahead and plug this in. Okay, radio is functional. Let's go ahead and put these in. These are really cool how you use these. They actually just go inside your ear. They're not my favorite types, but you know what? We'll give them a try. Let's see. It doesn't really fit my huge head very well. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Tune into one of the local rock stations here. Oh yeah, definitely works. It's pretty loud too. See if the mic will pick this up or not.
Get paid immediately flipping houses if you come join my team. Call 1-800-615-3058 now to get your free flipping kit. Call 800-615-3058. You'll also get
Yeah, so that's actually pretty loud. I mean, if I was to put this on my head right now, in my ears, I'd probably go deaf. So, nice. So this thing works really well. This will be nice when I'm traveling. I'm going to just put this in my pocket and listen to AM/FM radio broadcasts. So that's awesome. I was a little concerned because of how long it sat, but hey, it was brand new, and thank God they didn't actually put any batteries in there. I'm going to go ahead and check on the cats, give you guys a little bit of an update, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Well, I found Mr. Simon. How you doing, buddy? What you doing, Simon? Yeah, he's a little on the tired side today. I think he was up bugging Mom this morning. She said that around 5 o'clock he came in the bedroom, did his usual routine, walked around her head, went up, kind of nudged her, so he's a little on the tired side, aren't you, buddy? On a more positive note, his appetite's never been better, and his coat's looking really good now. Gave him some tuna juice the other day, kept a little bit of the tuna in there when we made our macaroni salad, and the oil in there really got sopped up by his coat. You can see if I look really close, he has almost no dandruff right now, maybe just a couple of little flakes, so he's doing really well. I'm going to give him some more treats later, and we'll go ahead and let him sleep. So, see you later, Simey. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here for today. I really don't have too much else to talk about. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.